most difficult thing to carry? BismillahirRahmanirRahim. We're asking, inshallah, to our Shaykh to send us something that is going to benefit us. Our tariqat is based on association. Goodness will come from association. We are associating with them. As much as we are asking, as much as you are thirsty, they will give. If you are not, then it doesn't matter if in the presence of the Prophet ﷺ, the heart is not looking. Whatever you look, you will find. If you're not looking, you're not going to find. What is the opposite of patience? Impatient. What does impatient? It is meaning. What does impatient means? It's meaning that you're putting your will, but you're putting your will with ego. Impatient. No one can say when you're impatient it is a good thing. Yes? No one can say being patient is a bad thing. So one is behaving is a quality of the ego, and one is a quality of the spirit, patient. It is one of the names of Allah, Ya Sabur. Shaykh, and he says it is one of the most difficult things, the stations that you can reach. But patience does not mean something happens to you and you're swallowing it for now, and then later you're going to throw back up. Patience does not mean, okay, you do this to me now, later when I get a chance, I will do 1,000 times more. But right now I'm patient. It doesn't mean that. Sheykh Efendi had said so many times, patience means to take it, to swallow it, to digest it, and then to throw it out. That is patience. It is to understand. Everything that we're doing with the ego, it is not with understanding, not with knowledge. Everything that you're doing with the spirit, it is with understanding. It is with knowledge. So it is understanding when you have that real patience. What does this mean? Where is it coming from? What is it trying to teach me? Is this good? Is this bad? How is it? What did I do? So there's a lot of trying to understand, a lot of tafakkur that is involved there. At the end, you're going to say, this is how Allah wills it. If I don't understand the secret of it, it is going to come, but there is higher in it. There is higher in it. Because to just react, respond like that, as we have found out in all our lives, to just respond like that without understanding, it is going to destroy us. So it takes a person of intelligence. It takes a man of faith and intelligence. Not just to sit and to say, it's okay, it's okay. No. To sit, to understand it. Where is it coming from? Maybe it is something that you deserve. Maybe you are being the wasila, the intermediary, the connection. It's not about you, it's about someone else. It's just passing through you. So many events and actions that's happening in your life in this world, it's not all about you. Maybe it's about someone else. Maybe it's about something else. Maybe it's about something that is going to happen in the future, but it's passing through you. Yes? So you need to understand, you need to have knowledge now. You need to look at it in so many different angles now. And to take, that's what Sheikh Efendi says, not only to swallow it, but you have to digest it. Digestion means what? You take what is nutritious, what your body can take, what is good for your body. The rest, he says, you throw out. So unpleasantness that happens to you, there is a good part that is there, always. And there are the things that You cannot digest. Sometimes it doesn't mean it's bad for you. Sometimes it just means you cannot digest it. When you put it away. How are you going to learn this patience? Because this is not something you can understand. You're opening up a book. You read chapter on patience. You read. I understand now. No. Because patience is not about understanding. Huh? Patience is about feeling it. Patience is when it's hitting you. Your breath changes, your eyesight changes, your hearing changes. You understand? When people are angry, correct? The blood pressure goes up. You become an animal or you become completely blind. That is not a training that a book can give. It's like the book is explaining the taste of honey and you tasting real honey. Can you be comparing the two? You cannot. So how are you going to learn now patience? How to digest? Because when you come, you say, this one did something wrong to me. That is the first level. There are endless levels now. This one did something wrong to me. But am I blameless in this? So many people say, no, I'm blameless. This one is wrong, I'm right. It's rarely like that. Even if in this situation you are not guilty, you are innocent, let's say you are innocent completely, but the man who has innocence and the man who has intelligence say, this is happening to me, there must be a good thing that is coming from this. Let me see what it is, because it's coming from my Lord. What happens now when you are in a state of sabr, when you are digesting? You need to be still a little bit. You need to watch. You cannot be inside the storm. You have to come out. You have to watch. Of wisdom. When you're not inside everything all the time, when you're stepping outside, just watch. Look what's happening. We've seen this during Sheikh Effendi's time. So many things are happening in front of him, murates or this. He says, no, don't interfere. He says, don't interfere. Watch and learn. See what's happening. You understand? He says, yes, you understand. So everything must lead to an understanding. How you are not knowing how to do this, because you grow up, your own understanding, okay, something happened, I must hit back. Something happened, I must hit back. Whether it's family, friends, school, society, okay. But that is not the only place where you are going to be able to, where you are going to function. There are other places, there are other steps. Especially now when you come here, whatever that you've learned, put it aside a little bit. Now, because you're going to learn something new. And when you learn something new, so many of the times, what you're going to learn might, from the outside eye, be completely opposite of what you've known. But it's not opposite. It only looks as if it's opposite. Are we here in this way to learn new things? Or are we here to just settle on the things that we know and to sit on it until we die? Are we here to get stuck? Or are we here to always look at new horizons, new ways of understanding? Are we here to pat ourselves on the back and say, okay, we've come to a certain level? What we have experienced before tariqat and during tariqat, and that's it? Or are we here following our Shaykh that says it's endless now? Our travel, our return to Allah, it is endless. This is something we have to understand and we have to accept first. So you're stuck. Someone does this, you do that. Someone does this, you do that. Someone says something, you say something back. If you don't want to change, this is the last place in this world that you want to be. Don't be here. If you don't want to change, be somewhere else. Be in other tariqats, in other jamaats. But if you want to change and discover yourself, which you yourselves, we are endless. If you want to discover, then you're going to learn. So many times it may be difficult, So many times it is going to be against your own understanding. It must challenge you. If it doesn't challenge you, then you're dead. Every time you go to school, the reason why we're in school, for example, is because every day is challenging. Every day you're learning new things. Until you graduate, yes? There's no 2 days that is the same in school. Because they say you have a syllabus to teach. You have to have your tests, you have to have exams, you have to move. They are preparing us for our final exam, which is our grave. And every day we must learn new things. Maybe you can say, okay, I'm learning. But what is right and what is wrong, it stays the same. It doesn't. It doesn't. When you enter to tariqat, your ideas of right and wrong, you will see that there are so many different, let's say, oceans of what is right and what is wrong. And each has to fit into its proper place, proper time. If it's not proper place and proper time, that right and wrong, it becomes useless. So you're coming here, do you want to change? We are here because we want to change. If you say you want to change, then for some the change will be easy, for some the change will be very difficult. But as much as you are submitting, it will be easy. As much as you are taking a step back and you're saying, okay, let me look at it from this angle, let me look at it from that angle, instead of, this is wrong, why you have to look in this angle? This angle is wrong, this angle is also wrong. You cannot be. So you come here, we're stuck with certain things. That has to become unstuck. Don't look so much also in the classroom. Don't look also so much on the teacher. Look to the ones who has appointed the teachers. So, sometimes you need to go through some years. You're not changing. It's difficult. They will make you to go through some years until you yourself, you get sick and tired of it. By yourself, you say, I cannot do this anymore. You come to the realization yourself, this is not something, I shouldn't be doing this anymore. I'm sick and tired of it. Now I want to change. Then that's easier. When it becomes like an order, it becomes an imperative. It becomes something which is completely necessary. It's not just, oh, let me see how I can do better. Let me raise my station. Let me become a better. No, it's not about that. It's about this is really poisoning me. This is really poisoning me, and I have to change. Otherwise, poison is very little, but the whole body can be finished. So we are dealing with the poisons. We're dealing with the 4 poisons that comes in hundreds and thousands of different ways. So you're talking about patience or impatience. You are not patient. If you have anger, that is a poison. It'll burn everything. How are you going to practice this here? Now, we are not coming here just once a week. Of course, we're meeting here more than once a week. But our lives is tariqat. Our lives is not, oh, the sheikh comes to town and then you are going to wear this. No, we have to listen to sohbat every day. Yeah, alhamdulillah, like this or like that, you're doing it. Not only that, but your families are here, your children. So we're trying to live tariqat lifestyle as a community, as families. It's easy to say you're coming here, you're trying to be tariqat, you're trying to be good, but when you're a family, everything is relaxed and you can do the complete opposite. You're not going to make too much progress at that time. Not for this, not for here. Which means, if you're not getting the training here in the Dergah, you're going to get the training. Don't worry, buddy. You're going to get the training now at home too. Through your children, through your families, through your work. If you're making the link, if you're making the connection, you will find the wisdom. You don't make the connection. You say it's nothing to do with this. Yes, there are people who say, why are you bringing the Sheikh into this? This is a private matter. Why are you bringing the Sheikh? This is a private matter. Allah, Allah. Then what happened last time when there's a private matter between you two and you need the Sheikh's prayers? So easy, we can say now the Sheikh is present, now the Prophet is present, now this is Allah's, now this is nothing to do with them. We are not a situation where we are making everyone to follow one way, one rule, or no. But when there are things that don't fit, as much as you are in consultation. Now, we are not telling anyone to consult. We're not forcing anyone to consult. As much as you are in consultation, it'll be easier now for you to take those things that you understand and to put it in your life. If you don't, you will not be. Ego says, I exist. Ego says, listen to me. Ego is impatient. Man is created. What? In haste. Yes, in impatience. Shaitan is from fire. Yes? It's always moving. It's always impatient. Don't forget, we are made from earth. We have that quality too. That quality is very important. So, when you're angry, you're standing up, sit down. You're still angry, lie down. Becoming more and more and more back to this earth. As Maulana is saying, what? The quality of the earth. Look it up. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Okay.